Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to talk about some NFL news. So we're going to get right into it here. So, per your report, the hashtag Broncos and hashtag Colts have discussed a trade for wide receiver Jerry Jeudy via the Destin Adams. The two sides have had, quote, extensive trade talks. And while nothing is agreed to yet, things have progressed and it is no longer just exploratory conversations, end quote. So it looks like there's a trade. There could possibly be a trade. Maybe the Colts could acquire Jerry Jeudy, but I'm not sure about this move, man. If it would make the most sense, especially with all the wide receiver talent in this draft. You already have Michael Pittman, and you could save money to extend Michael Pittman because he's better than Jerry Jeudy. I mean, maybe it wouldn't be much. You could get him and maybe another receiver in the draft. Maybe get him more weapons. But I don't know if I just don't like the potential fit for the Colts and Jerry Jeudy. I don't know. I just don't like the fit. So the lowest passer rating allowed by linebackers minimum of 10 targets entering week 7 now. So number 1, the 49ers is Oren Burks with a 29.7 rating. Number 2, the Commanders, Jamin Davis with a 43.2 rating. The Texans, Blake Cashman, 45.3 rating. Tied 4th with Sherrell Bernard and Mike McFadden with each with 49.6 ratings. Robert Spillane with a 50.2 rating. Bobby Okereke with a 52.6 rating. Buccaneers, Devin White with a 56.0 rating. Christian Roseboom with a 59.2 rating. Cowboys, Damone Clark with a 60.0 rating. The Giants really have some underrated linebackers. Oren Burks has somehow now turned into some great player in the 49ers. The Giants have some really underrated young linebackers here. Bobby Okereke, Micah McFadden. Micah McFadden's had some good games this year. So he's a pretty underrated linebacker. Doesn't get enough a talk. So apparently there's a Notre Dame fan after the game that ran up to him to troll him. He kind of just ignored it. Really, but apparently there's an update that said USC quarterback Caleb Williams responds to the trolling Notre Dame fan. Quote, opinion of a sheep. Lions don't worry about that stuff. I mean, everyone wants to be in these two size 12 and a half shoes right here. I'm not worried about some kid running on the field that doesn't have anything really associated to Notre Dame other than possibly their family going there or him going there himself. Got a lot of guys over here that have got the lead, so some opinion of a sheep. Lions don't worry about that stuff. Man, I don't know why he's flexing his shoe size. I mean, I don't really know what to make of it. It's kind of just a trolling Notre Dame fan running onto the field that probably didn't even know where he was. He probably just wanted to go up there and troll just to get attention on social media. Try and impress people. But he really didn't. He didn't cook. So an update. Hashtag Raiders quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo is out for week 7 against the hashtag Bears via Adam Schefter, Brian Hoyer season. He's been injured his entire career. But I don't know, I'd rather see Aiden O'Connell, the rookie, more than Brian Hoyer, if I'm a Raiders fan, for week 7. So, Falcons have signed a former Panthers speedy wide receiver, Damiere Byrd, to the practice squad. He caught 130 passes in his career for 1,689 yards and 7 touchdowns. It should be an upgrade on the slot for the Falcons. Should be a good upgrade in the slot receiver. So, we have a report about Terrence Marshall, the Panthers wide receiver. So, per report, hashtag Panthers wide receiver Terrence Marshall has received permission to seek a trade, per JFower ESPN. So, it was reported a few days ago that Jeremy Chinn, Dante Jackson, and Terrence Marshall were, quote, all available for trade. Well, Jeremy Chinn before he got hurt. But Terrence Marshall has reportedly Terrence Marshall has received permission to seek a trade from the Panthers. It could be an interesting low-cost, high-reward pick for a team. He had a lot of potential coming out of LSU. He's just never reached it with the Panthers. I mean, it's hard to reach any potential with the Panthers. Honestly, I think he can be a solid pickup. So, Patriots owner Robert Kraft, per report, has had discussions about moving on from Coach Bill Belichick, per Albert Breer. Colin Cowherd asked Breer, quote, "Do you believe there are discussions in New England about moving on from Bill at the end of the season?" These discussions have taken place. I can tell you for sure, Robert hears the criticism. He hears the anger locally. And people in the building know for a fact that he's hearing the anger from the fan base. Breer added the discussions about Belichick have been underway for a while and said, quote, "I think now we're at the point where, is this just going to be a flat-out firing?" I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to get fired. Honestly, I don't think he's going to get fired. And the only way I think he's ever leaving that team is if he retires. I don't see them firing Bill Belichick. I really don't. So, update. Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence is expected to start versus the Saints on Week 7 and 9 on Thursday Night Football, despite his knee injury, per Warder at ESPN and Adam Schefter. It is pending a pregame workout tonight, but it looks like Trevor Lawrence, despite that knee injury, is going to start Week 7. Well, we probably knew he was going to play, so it's not really any news. So, an update. Yesterday, I talked about Deshaun Watson and Kareem Hunt. They didn't participate at practice, but today, Brand's wide receiver Amari Cooper says that QB Deshaun Watson will practice today, per Jake Trotter. So, but I believe him on the bench. I think they're better without him. Yeah, but just like I said, I believe him on the bench. I think they're better without him. But it's interesting that Amari Cooper is the source. So the Chiefs' defense this season is probably the best defense Patrick Mahomes has had in his career. They're ranked highly in multiple categories, including points per game and total QBR via next gen stats. They're only giving up 14 points a game this year, and a third QBR with 42. It's one of the top defenses so far. I mean, I guess against the Bears, Jets, Vikings, and Broncos. But the Lions, the Jaguars, they've played some good defense against those teams as well. So yes, I know they've been against some of the mediocre teams, but we're going to talk about the defense against the Jaguars and Lions. I thought it was pretty good. So an update. Lions running back David Montgomery is expected to be out for Week 7 versus the #Ravens, per Rap Sheet. So it's time for Jahmyr Gibbs' season. Can't wait to see Jahmyr Gibbs out there. So, oh boy. Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase went on the Seahawks Instagram page and wrote, quote, "LOL, hold that L," to a picture of rookie QB Devin Witherspoon flexing on him. The Bengals won that game, but when covered by Witherspoon, he made 0 catches on 2 targets. Witherspoon finished the game with 3 passes defended and 4 total tackles. He's doing too much entertaining a rookie. Honestly. But that's just my opinion. So, Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf was asked about his penalties potentially being an issue for the team being at the top of Pete Carroll's penalty board. DK says he's not changing. "I'm not going to change the way I play. I'm not going to change who I am as a player or a person." Well, that's an absolutely awful teammate right there then. Just making dirty plays after a play. So, per report, there are people in the Patriots organization that are already looking forward towards the 2024 NFL Draft, according to Mike Giardi. The report says, quote, "Plenty of folks in the upper reaches of the building would rather have more losses than a win or two that could cost draft position. In fact, some are already talking about next year. That's what 1-5 will do for you." Sounds like they may have their eye on a fresh new quarterback. The Mac Jones experiment is over. So it looks like they're tanking. I can't believe that, man. They're going to be tanking. Possibly for next year. But yeah, that's all the NFL news here. So, yeah, that's all to talk about. So, until next time, I'm out. Peace.